The dramas about kiddies on the internet who have nothing better to do all day, probably also don't have any real friends to hang out when there's no pandemic, crying their eyes out on Twitter and other platforms about the portrayals of video game characters, fictional characters from an entertainment medium, and portraying anyone who doesn't share the opinion as losers and failure of society, and showing us that Karens can be even more cancerous on the internet than in your local warehouse chain. I mean, if you don't like it, just ignore it and move on. How much you must suffer from minority complex such that you have to throw out your criticism, and not even the constructive kind, about everything and everyone just to feel important for 10 seconds. I don't have to tell you about the controversy of the Smash Ultimate Pyra Jiggle mod that has been done by many other AnyTubers before me. In my opinion, one would have been enough, and certainly not one that goes over 10 minutes. There's literally nothing you can't say about it under 2 minutes. But hey, it's free real estate, right? And who am I to judge? Although I explicitly did not make a video about it, but basically this video here is from the same format. And that many of these YouTubers also made a video about the following nude mode was not surprising. I mean, double the clickbait. But back to the topic. What I actually want to say in this video is that there are companies that pull in the tail through such backslash actions and thus push the cancel culture further and convey the feeling that the self-appointed moral apostles were right. And this is not even about the same game. Heck, it's not even about the same company. We are talking about MiHoYo, a Chinese video game developer and animation studio that are, for example, responsible for the mobile game Honkai Impact 3rd and most recently Genshin Impact. First of all, I have to say that I'm not a huge fan of this game. I spent about 2 afternoons in this game and that was it. The game is okay, but I don't think the content for this game is worth the time effort. But what leads me to create this video is the fact that the company decided to make the breast size of Rosaria, a character in the game, smaller through the new update. And when you're thinking, I watched until now just for this news? Yes, you're goddamn right. But since you're already this far anyway, you might as well watch the rest of the video while you're at it. So much for clickbait. Basically, the point is that on various social media it has drawn attention to the differences in cup sizes, and on requests of customer support received the response that this ensures a more appropriate look. In other words, self-censorship to appease the masses, who are not in the target group from the start, since the game is primarily focused on character designs, especially female. It's just disappointing to see that even such an internationally successful game has to back out like this. That's my opinion on the subject, and since I pre-record this video because of my schedule, there will probably be numerous videos about this topic when this is out. And with that, I just went full circle. That's it for me. Until next time.